Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and to another Lego Fortnite tips and tricks video. Now, I know it's been a minute since I've posted a video on my channel, but my life has been pretty hectic and my schedule has been pretty packed, but I'm still here, and a viewer has requested this, so here it is. This video goes out to Bethany Hull 1233 on YouTube, as you requested this, and I was actually debating whether I should post this video or not, as it's already been pretty much edited for months. So now, when you're playing Lego Fortnite, you'll come across these half-destroyed prefab buildings like this one here. So this is another one which they never gave us during the season, but we do have all the pieces to make it. If anybody in the comments thinks that I should try to recreate this building and would like a tutorial on it, please let me know. Now, my viewer Bethany Hull did say that they really liked some of the bigger buildings I had in my village, but majority of them were actually prefabs, as you can see here, which came from this season. So if you did play that season and completed it, you should actually probably already have these buildings in your inventory for Lego Fortnite. They can just build them and they'll just snap in. So I don't know if it's really worth trying to make a video on how to recreate these, as if you play the season you would already have them, and most people probably wouldn't be interested in it, if you get what I mean. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, here's all the different temples that they did give us and stuff, and it's definitely way different than this one right here, which we have all the pieces for, which could be recreated, and it just take quite a bit of time just to figure out how all the pieces fit together. With a lot of trial and error to recreate these. Here you'll see the other little house that I did in one of my last Lego Fortnite videos. I will put a link to that one in the description below if you're interested, but today I'm going to show you how to make this bigger little hut, which is kind of like a smaller hothouse. The prefab they gave us is very similar to this, except it was up on a platform. It had stairs leading up to it, and I think it was a little bit bigger than this one. But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to teach you how to make this little building that you see right here in your own Tomato Temple Village in Lego Fortnite. So to start this off, we're going to grab a piece called Zesty Wide Floor 02, and you're going to place two of them right beside each other and make sure that they're connecting and flush. Now, before starting this build, you're going to want to make sure that you pick a really flat area of land to start building on, as it's going to make building this building in its freehand a hell of a lot easier. Next, you're going to look for a piece called Zesty Arch 02. And now when you're placing this piece, as you can see, there's a piece of flooring in between the archway, so you want to make sure it's actually placed on the ground and not on top of the flooring you place. Now try to place it right in the center the best you can. Now one way you can check this is you can place two more of these arches on each side of it, and it should just hang over the edge a little tiny bit on each side, so about one block piece for building. Now I'm just going to break these anyway. I was just making sure that I had everything placed in the right dimensions before continuing. Now that you have your arch doorway placed, you're now going to go and look through your build pieces, and you're going to look for a piece called Zesty Takeout Window. Now this piece is 2 by 8 by 12. You're going to place one of these pieces on each side of the archway. Make sure that they are not touching the flooring that you placed at the beginning of the build. Now you can use snap mode in order to make sure on PlayStation that's holding L2 to try to make sure that everything lines up correctly. And when trying to build something freehand like this or copying something, you should always check throughout the process that everything is lining up properly before you continue. Next, you're going to find a piece called Zesty Wall 01, and you're going to put one on each of the sides of the Zesty windows that you just placed, and this should hang over the edge of the flooring like you can see here. Afterwards, you are then going to go grab the same Zesty Takeout window piece that you just used, and you're going to place two of them right beside each other on one side, and then you're going to run over to the other side of the building and do the exact same thing. Now, you're going to know if you have this done correctly if when you look at the very back end of the building, which you have no walls on yet, everything should be completely flush with the floor, as you're about to see right here. Now at this point you could use the Zesty corner piece, but instead we're just going to keep using the Zesty wall piece 01 instead and put that in the corner so we're using less pieces. When going through your build menu, if you go over to the star at the far right, your recently used pieces will be there, which will make this really easy to find. So now you're going to make sure it lines up, and you're going to place one on each of the corners at the back of the building, as shown here. And then, yep, you guessed it, we're going to use one of the same pieces that we've already used before, and that's going to be the same zesty takeout window that you've used throughout this entire build. So once you have these two corner pieces placed, you're then going to go find that zesty takeout window and place one of them connecting to the two pieces that you just placed. And now this should leave one big opening right in the middle of the back wall, as shown here. Now at this point, there's probably many different pieces you could use to fill this empty hole in the middle in order to add your own style to the building. But I'm again going to use just Zesty Wall 01, but 3 of them, just to make it easier for you to find when you go to the star on the right side of your build menu. But don't be afraid to get creative and use different pieces here in order to add your own unique flair to this building. Now we're going to go look for a piece called the Crusty Roof Hip. Now, when placing this piece, the very first piece on each side is a little bit more difficult to place. Now, you want to make sure that there's just a little tiny bit of overhang on each of the walls of the building as shown here. The way you can tell that you have this correct is if you just push it back one by touching on your D-pad a little tiny bit. It should then be flush with the building. So you just want it just overhanging just a little tiny bit. And now if you use snap mode, sometimes it's a little fidgety. It should be easy to get the second piece in play. So now once you have 2 on one side, you are then going to want to go and do the exact same thing on the other side of the building. You're going to want to place 4 of these pieces. As you can see here, just look at how it just hangs over a tiny bit. If it doesn't hang over like that, things are not going to fit properly and your build is just not going to work. So this is probably the hardest part of this entire build, especially when you're doing it freehand. Now, once you have your 4 crusty roof hips in place on the 4 corners, you're next going to go look for a piece called the Crusty Roof 05, and you're going to put one of these right in the middle of these 2 pieces on both sides of the building, and it should fit perfectly. Now, if you are having trouble with the Crusty Roof hip corner pieces fitting, you could place 2 on one side and then put the Crusty Roof 05 in the middle first, and then go do the other 2 corners afterwards, if that is working out easier for you. You can also turn on fly mode if you're having trouble getting to the top of the building, or build some stairs outside of the building to get a better view. Do whatever you have to do to make this job easier for you to complete. Afterwards, you're then going to want to go grab the piece called Zesty Molding 06. Make sure it lines up with the corner of the wall as shown here. Place 2 of those, and then another piece called Zesty Molding 02. And now on the shorter side of the building, you're then going to use Zesty Molding 06, just one of these pieces. Make sure it lines up with the red as you see here. And then again, Zesty Molding 02. And now you're going to do the exact same thing for the other 2 walls on the back and the side of the building as you see here. So now, while this footage plays out, I just want to take the time to thank all of the people who watch my channel who have stuck with me up to this point. Because when I started this channel, I never actually thought I'd even make it to 500 subscribers. The reason I even started this was because my kid bet me I would never even make it to 50 subscribers. Well, I guess I showed her wrong, eh? But I do actually enjoy making these kind of videos. I don't know, there's just something about it that I kind of like. It's kind of fun, it's creative, it's cool. I don't know what it is. Anyways, once you're done placing all those crusty roof moldings, you're then going to go grab the crusty roof ridge piece that you see here is the smallest one, and line one up on each of the ends where you can see the studs are on the top of the roof as shown here. Then you're going to go through your build menu and look for another piece which is called Crusty Roof Ridge 04, and you're going to place one of those connecting to one of the other pieces that you just placed on top of the roof as you can see right here. Now you're going to have one little tiny spot left over after this. And a piece called Rusty Roof Ridge 01 is going to fit perfectly. And there you have it, folks. You are now done. Copycat of this build that you find in your world in Lego Fortnite. Comment, like, and subscribe if this helps you out. And don't worry, there will be more videos coming about Fortnite and other gaming content soon. I've just been so busy with Christmas and everything else, but I'm still here. And now, don't forget to have fun gaming, and I'll hopefully catch you on the next one.